Hi betting experts, on Saturday January the 25th we've got cracking ITV racing on Saturday, 8 races in total, the best of the action from Cheltenham on Festival Trials Day and at Doncaster where they've got a couple of really good handicaps on the card and a good graded novice. The ground, well, it's on the softer side at both tracks. Hopefully they missed the worst of the hurricane that has been forecast to hit mainly Ireland by the sound of things, but certainly the north of England, so let's hope the worst of that is avoided. We haven't got Lossiemouth coming over, that's the one disappointment in the international hurdle which leads the way. Open to Constitution Hill to have a nice solo trial, but it's still really good racing. Hopefully we found a couple of decent price winners. We start off with our betting expert Daily Nap, sponsored by Priced Up Bet. This goes in the 150 at Cheltenham, a 2 mile 4 furlong handicap chase, and I think Iroko is the standout contender here. Now Oliver Greenall and Josh Guerrero are very much a young training team to follow over the next few seasons. They've got some lovely young horses. This one is owned by JP McManus. They're going to be very anxious to make a good impression on the big owner here, and I think he can make amends for an expensive fall at the first fence at Ascot last time out. His seasonal, he's a good jumper by the way, nothing wrong with his jumping. Hopefully that hasn't affected his confidence. He shaped really well on his reappearance at Haydock in desperate ground, given an overconfident ride by John Joe O'Neill Jr. and just out-battled when finally asked to go win his race by the very resolute Trelawney. There was no disgrace in that. They were a furlong clear of the rest. As I say, he let punters down when falling at the first, but I think he was unsighted. He can get his career back on track here under another patient ride from John Joe. Hopefully they'll go a decent gallop. He will be cruising into things and hopefully you'll see things out up the hill. Our betting expert Value Angle selection, sponsored by Priced Up Bet. Another 2 mile 4 furlong handicap chase this time. I don't think there's that many runners here. I think Resplendent Grey is a big runner for Ollie Murphy. His horses are flying, but another inform yard, Nigel Twiston-Davies, has the answer here with Guard Your Dreams. Now, Nigel absolutely flying at the minute. 6 winners in the last fortnight, had a 24% strike rate, and this comes at a time when plenty of the top yards are rather quiet, it has to be said. Yards like Alan King, Donald McCain, very quiet since having the flu jab, not having many runners and certainly not having many winners, but it hasn't affected Nigel. This chase has won 1 from 4 so far over the larger obstacles. He's gathered plenty of Cheltenham experience, which is always a plus in this kind of race. I think he'll get a positive ride from Sam Twiston-Davies. Decent eased ground is absolute optimum conditions over this kind of trip, and I think he's overpriced around 7 or 8 to 1 with Priced Up Bet. The remaining 6 races on ITV, we'll do them in time order. The River Don at 2:05, a 3 mile grade 2. Well, I think this test of stamina will suit Moon Rocket. I'm not going to pretend that his form is exceptional or head and shoulders above the other two, but he's been very well supported in winning both starts over hurdles so far. And at Southwell last time out, he was 5 to 2 on against Not a Lot, but he did do it nicely. And I think this stiffer test of stamina and much more galloping track will suit him. I suspect that the sharp nature of Southwell underplayed how good he is. Kim Bailey's always held him in plenty of regard. Tom Bellamy, a good jockey booking. Hopefully the long Donny straight will suit him. The 2:25 at Cheltenham, the Cotswold Chase, a grade 2 over 3 mile 1. Well, this is another race on the card that's cut up, and it's a gilt-edged opportunity for L'Homme Presse. Now, I was about to do my Venetia Williams has gone missing speech earlier in the week, but she had a very well backed double at Leicester. Their horses seem to be fine again after a quiet few weeks, and L'Homme Presse actually ran a blinder on his return on Boxing Day at Kempton over Christmas, when finishing 3rd behind Banbridge, a race that was blown apart by the French horse Le Francais, and L'Homme Presse was jumping left as he always does at Kempton, losing ground, but he did run perfectly respectably to finish 3rd with the yard back in form. Back to Cheltenham where he's got a brilliant record. I think his overall career is 7 wins from 12 starts over fences, a bit of cut in the ground. He's going to be a short price, he's going to be very hard to beat here. Back to Donny for a grade 2 mare's hurdle over 3 miles at 2:40. Well, Katera comes from another inform yard, Dan Skelton, 4 winners in the last 14 days. She's just not a grade 1 horse, but in these sort of grade 2, grade 3 listed contests, she's very hard to beat. She wants a flat track. She's a smooth traveller, a bit of decent eased ground, absolutely perfect. I think she'll do them for pace under Skelton. The 3 o'clock, the grade 2 international, a non-event now barring accidents or mishaps. The one thing I'll say about Constitution Hill, I'm dying to oppose him at the Cheltenham Festival. He's had so many issues, been off the track for a long time. He won well at Kempton. He surprised me, but I don't think it was Lossiemouth's running at all. So what that amounts to is anyone's guess. But still, he's got 2 stone in hand over these. I expect he'll go round on the bridle and win, and then head to Cheltenham. And it's a lovely prep that Nicky's found for him. But come the festival, I'll be looking to oppose him, hopefully with Lossiemouth if she wins at the Dublin Racing Festival. Anyway, back to Donny for the 3:15, a 3-mile handicap chase. A very competitive race here. Looks 5-1 the field this morning with priced up bet. I like the changing man here, who some people will want to oppose. He's gone up several pounds in the weights for 3 defeats. Those are the bare facts. But really, for me, he probably should have won all 3 of them. He's tanked through his races. The cards haven't quite full right. He got rid of his jockey first time, and he's finished second against a couple of very well treated horses since then. He's bound to give his running again. This sort of ground, this flat track Donny, ideal for him. Joe Tizard still going really well with 3 winners in the last fortnight. And back to Cheltenham for the 3:35, the grade 2 Cleve over 3 miles. Well, Gowl Road is nothing flash, nothing fancy, but he's tough, reliable, does it at Cheltenham. He's going to get a positive ride from Sam Twiston-Davis. The yard's flying, as I already mentioned. He's bound to give his running. I think 7-1. He's 2 or 3 points over the odds. Best of luck with all 8 ITV races on Saturday, betting experts.